Good morning, everyone. Distinguished college administrators, faculty, clinical instructors, honored guests, family and friends, and most importantly, our physical therapist assistant class of 2026, welcome. Let's give them a round of applause, guys. Today is a celebration unlike any other. We gather to recognize a significant milestone in your professional journey, which is your pinning ceremony. This moment marks not only the completion of your education, but the beginning of your life as healthcare professionals. My name is Dr. Ken, the Program Director of the PT Assistant Program. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge something that many of you already know. I joined the Physical Therapist Assistant Program after your educational journey had already begun. Because of that, I did not have the privilege of teaching this graduating class or walking alongside you through your time in the program. Yet, it is a tremendous honor to stand before you as your program director. While I may not have been part of your beginning, I have the privilege of celebrating your finish. And more importantly, welcoming you into a profession that has the power to change lives every single day. Each class leaves its own legacy. Your legacy is reflected in the perseverance that brought you to this moment. Completing a physical therapist assistant program is no small accomplishment. It requires discipline, sacrifice, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to serving others. Today, we celebrate everything you have accomplished and the future that now lies before you. This morning, you will receive two symbols of that journey. The white coat represents trust. Long before you say a single word to a patient, your white coat tells them that you have accepted the responsibility to care for them with knowledge and professionalism, as well as integrity. It reminds you that every patient deserves your very best, not only your clinical skills, but also your compassion, your respect, and your unwavering commitment to ethical practice. The pin is a symbol of belonging. It welcomes you into a profession built on service, teamwork, and lifelong learning. It connects you with the many physical therapist assistants who came before you and with those who will follow in your footsteps. Wear it with pride, but also with humility. Remembering that excellence is not achieved in a single day, it is demonstrated through the choices you make every day. Together, these two symbols celebrate what you have earned. Every lecture, laboratory sessions, skills check-offs, practical examinations, clinical rotations, and every challenge has prepared you for this moment. These two symbols provide evidence of your determination, your perseverance, and your readiness to serve others. As you begin your careers, remember that patients rarely remember every exercise you prescribed or every measurement you recorded. What they often remember is how you made them feel. They will remember the clinician who listened when they were afraid, who encouraged them when progress was slow, and who believed in them when they struggled to believe in themselves. Never underestimate the impact of a kind word, a patient explanation, or a moment of genuine encouragement. Healing is about more than restoring strength or improving mobility. It is about restoring hope, confidence, independence, and dignity. That is the privilege you now have as physical therapist assistants. There will be days when your work will be demanding. There will be patients whose progress is slow and moments when the outcome is uncertain. There may be times that you begin to doubt yourself. But during those times, please remember why you chose this profession. Remember that some of the greatest victories in rehabilitation are measured not only in dramatic transformations, but in small moments. A patient's first independent step, the ability to return to work, or simply the confidence to live life more fully. Those moments may seem ordinary to others, but to your patients, they are extraordinary. You have the opportunity to create those moments every day. As they say, doctors give years to life, but PTs and PTAs give life to those years. To the families and loved ones here this morning, thank you so much. Behind every student is a network of people who offered encouragement, understanding, sacrifice, and unconditional support. The achievement belongs to you as well, and we are grateful for the important role you have played. To our faculty and clinical instructors, as well as staff, thank you for your dedication in mentoring the next generation of physical therapist assistants. Your commitment has prepared these students not only to enter the profession, but to contribute to it with competence, compassion, and professionalism. Students, today marks the end of one journey, but it is only the beginning of another. Please continue to learn, continue to ask questions, continue to seek excellence. Let integrity guide your decisions, humility shape your character, and compassion define your practice. The profession you are entering needs clinicians who care deeply, who serve faithfully, and who never lose sight of the person behind the diagnosis. I have every confidence that you will be those clinicians. May you wear your white coat with honor and your pin with pride. May you always remember that the greatest gift that you can offer to your patient is not only your knowledge, but your kindness, compassion, and commitment to helping them reclaim their lives. On behalf of the Physical Therapist Assistant Program, congratulations, class of 2026, on this remarkable achievement. We are proud to welcome you into the wonderful profession of rehabilitation, my future colleagues. Thank you and welcome to this wonderful celebration. I now turn you over to our beloved President, Bonny Copenhaver, to deliver her remarks to the class of 2026.
Well, good morning. Okay, that was lame. Just because we're in an educational setting doesn't mean, that you have to be stuffy and quiet, and it is not a funeral. So let's try this again. Good morning. That is so much better. Thank you. I want to echo Dr. Ken's remarks about thanking you as a loved one or as a friend, because students do often miss a lot of things when they're going through a program like our physical therapy assistant program. And I know they study a lot. I see this is one of the classes I get to see the most because they hang out at the tables down here. They're studying, eating pizza, lots of junk food. But I do see them working diligently, and they're here long hours. And because I know they're here long hours, that shortens their time with you. So students, would you mind to give your family and support system a big round of applause? Because they truly deserve it. One of the amazing things about the physical therapy assistant program, aside from the fact that I do get to see you all working and studying and doing your thing, growing up as a ballet dancer, I am not unfamiliar with PT. And I'm old enough to have gone through PT when there were no PTA assistants, when you only worked one-on-one with your physical therapist. But I see so much more now the value of having PTAs, and wished I had had a PTA during some of my experiences. You are, of all the allied health programs that we had, all the programs that we have, you are unique because you heal through touch. You heal through finding that one little spot to help break through a stiffness, to break through that pain, and to get that mobility back, hopefully to where it was, or at least to make it better. And that is a rare gift. And it's not a gift that everyone is equipped to do. Because I know for sure there will be days you will be yelled at. probably even cussed at by some really angry people, because I've been in clinics and watched some people get really irate with their PTA assistant. But know that that is only their pain speaking and their frustration speaking. It is not who they are. And you get to be on that journey to bring them back to wholeness and to wellness. And hopefully at the end of the process, there will be a great thank you to you. So congratulations on this day. Don't worry about taking your licensure test. I'm sure you all are going to pass. And you have a faculty that will still surround you even after you enter your profession, because they're here for questions long after you've gone out into the real world. So congratulations and thank you. And yay. And now I'm going to turn it over to one of their other very dedicated instructors, Ms. Julie Turner.
So we will proceed at this point in time with the pinning ceremony. When your name is called, if the student can kind of step to the front, Dr. Kim will be putting your white coat on, and whoever in the family that might be doing your pinning, if you can make your way when we call the student's name to the upfront position here as well. And Kendra Brown is one of our adjunct instructors. She's going to be passing the family member the pins today. Austin Amtower. Yeah. Yes. Yes. On the left lapel. Emma Brose. Riley Gibson. Krista Gill. Ethan Harris. Summer Mills. Samuel Garrett Vess. Stephen Vestal. Left.
Last but not least,
Dalton Williams.
and congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2026.
Congratulations again, class of 2026. We're very proud of you. All right, at this point, we now present the special awards to the students. For the first award, I will have to call again Miss Julie Turner to present the Clinical Educator of the Year award. Miss Julie?
So, as clinical education coordinator, I am always thankful every year when we have clinicians in our physical therapy community who agree to host a student for our PT assistant clinicals. I know that being a clinical instructor is not easy, and it takes time out of their already overloaded day. We are appreciative of all of our clinical instructors, but when we have a clinician who seems to go the extra mile or makes the student's day every time they're there and demonstrates true, genuine interest in the student's success, it truly warms my heart. And I think to myself, now that is a worthy clinical instructor. This year's winner of our New River CTC's Clinical Educator of the Year award is way past due for acknowledgement. This year's recipient has now guided their seventh student and has spent the past 4 summers providing knowledge and guidance to our PT assistant students. It pleases me to announce Mr. Nick Rookstuhl as our 2026 Clinical Educator of the Year. We will now have our a special guest with us. We're privileged to have Mick Bates come up and talk about our next award.
Good morning. It's good to be with you. Thank you, John. I'm sure how privileged you are, but I'm certainly pleased to be here for the first year that I could be here to do something we've done the last 3 years. So I thank you for inviting me, and congratulations to the graduates of this class and your families as well. When you get old like me, you understand that anything you achieve that is meaningful isn't achieved without the help of others, and has more meaning when it's shared with others. I thank Julie for her work with the graduates during this, I would call a time of transition for the program. So, and then I certainly welcome Ken, Dr. Adivino, and in your new role as program director. As you could tell from his remarks, he's going to be fabulous. And I'm very grateful that you've chosen to help us lead this program into its next phase. And to Dr. Copenhaver, Bonny, thank you for the institutional support of the program. This is extremely important to the healthcare of Southern West Virginia in particular, and the profession of physical therapy, that we graduate students like this. I need all the help I can get. And not just me, but all the other physical therapists and physical therapist assistants that are out there, not just in Southern West Virginia, but also across the country. So you will have no trouble finding meaningful work. And the work you do every day has a significant impact on the lives of others. So I'm here to announce today the winner of the Jeffrey Bailey Scholarship. So with us today is Liz, Jeff's wife. And everyone has a favorite Christmas movie, yeah? So Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. So Mine's It's a Wonderful Life. Can anyone tell me the name of, we'll do the students. Can any one of you tell me the name of the main character in that movie? Anyone? Who was the main guy in It's a Wonderful Life? George Bailey. George Bailey. The premise of that movie is that in our daily lives, we don't always understand or appreciate who we are and what we do impacts the lives of others. And if anyone has not seen it, in the movie Clarence the Angel shows George all the ways the world and others would be worse off if he wasn't born. Jeff Bailey was a real life George Bailey. Jeff was not blessed with health or a long life, but he blessed those around him. In addition to being a loving husband to Liz and father to Jill and Jonathan, Jeff continues to have a lasting impact on his community, particularly in Wyoming County, the thousands of patients he helped, the hundreds of students he taught and mentored, and the dozens of physical therapist assistants and physical therapists that he worked with, and one person in particular, and that's me. They don't make them anymore like they made Jeff Bailey. We knew and worked together for 25 years, and I would tell people that when I grew up, I wanted to be like Jeff Bailey. Jeff had a wonderful life, and now he's with Clarence, and he's with us today. And I'm pleased to present this award as part of his ongoing legacy. So this is Jeff. And I think Rick took that picture. So in 2013, when we opened the clinic in Wyoming County, the gym and the clinic in Wyoming County, it was actually on West Virginia Day, 150 years. So I was down there on Wednesday. And Jeff continues to give to that community and make a difference in the lives of the people down there. So I could say a lot more about Jeff, but what I will say briefly and in closing is that he started his journey kind of where you're at there, right now. He was the first student accepted to the physical therapy assistant program back when we didn't have a program in West Virginia. The College of West Virginia, some of you may have been around long enough to know, remember the College of West Virginia, that then became Mountain State University, which then was unable to continue. And then I'm so very grateful to the institution for stepping up and allowing us to continue to provide these people with a career. So Jeff was the first person. He was working underground on the third shift when he went through the program. Think about that. I told Gary earlier, he had to lay on his side to drink a can of Dr. Pepper. Yeah. They don't make them like that anymore. So with that, I'll close. It's good to be with you. I thank you for the opportunity to speak and to share a little bit about Jeff and to be able to present this award to the winner. And I think, do we have Nick Ellison or Garrett or somebody here from the previous recipients? And my understanding is he's going to announce the winner. Is that correct? Yeah. And present the award. And I don't know if this will stay here, but we'll try. And if it falls over, I'll get another one. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh. So, I don't like talking in front of people. I kind of talk like a hick, so bear with me. This year's winner for the Jeffrey K. Bailey Clinical Excellence Award made the decision just a few years ago to change their life path It took courage to begin the process and resiliently to see it through. It required focus and determination to overcome the obstacles that life had presented. Throughout these past 3 semesters, the student had multiple moments of questioning their decision and questioning their abilities. However, once in the clinic, it was clear that the battle had been worth it. Congratulations to this year's Jeffrey K. Bailey Clinical Excellence recipient, Stephen Vestal. Welcome to the club. Two forms of Congratulations.
So we have one more award to announce. This is for the Student of the Year, and it actually allows our faculty to acknowledge a student who has been prominent in their endeavors to complete this challenging educational journey. This year's recipient was a leader in communication and generosity, always making an effort to bring joy and to encourage cohesiveness. When you hear the word student, this person would come to mind: focused, dedicated, passionate, and an advocate for what is right. This student has truly engaged throughout the entire program, not just when in the classroom. It has been a pleasure to observe this young lady blossom. Congratulations, Miss Riley Gibson. You can leave it. No, we'll hang it back up.
Again, congratulations, students, and to the recipients of all the awards. Give yourselves a round of applause again, guys. Good job. Okay, job well done. All right, we now turn you over to one of our students on behalf of this class of 2026. Would like to deliver one of the student remarks. May I now call on Miss Summer Mills for the PT Assistant Class of 2026.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, we actually made it. If I'm being honest, I wasn't sure this day would ever come. There were definitely a few exams, practicals, and checkoffs where I thought, well, maybe I'll just become a professional patient instead. When I first started the PTA program, we were warned about how hard it was going to be, and I thought I knew what I was getting into. Then came anatomy, practicals, endless checkoffs, soap notes, and the realization that it depends apparently is the correct answer to almost every question. I don't think I've ever Googled so many muscles and special tests in my life. Somewhere along the way, coffee and energy drinks became a food group, and I started measuring time in semesters instead of months. I'm also pretty sure that we've reached a point where we instinctively analyze everyone's gait in public. Someone walks by with a limp, and suddenly we're thinking, Trendelenburg, glute med weakness, maybe decreased ankle dorsiflexion. It's a blessing and honestly a little bit of a curse. And can we take a moment to appreciate how many times we hear it depends when we came into school wanting straightforward answers, and we quickly learned that the answer to almost every question was, well, it depends. At this point, I think that's going to be my answer for everything in life. Over the past year in the PTA program, many of the out-of-pocket things were said, like, something's tight in my butt cheek, or Julie liked to say, poo-poo on you. And many times, go home and read your book was said. There were so many funny things that were said, and we made a quote wall early in the journey. I can't read them all because most of them are inappropriate. To my classmates, you've all become more than classmates. We've stressed together, laughed together, survived exams together, and occasionally questioned every life decision that brought us here. Somehow we always managed to encourage each other, even when we were all running on caffeine and very little sleep. I truly couldn't have asked for a better group to share this journey with. To my instructors, thank you for believing in us whenever we weren't so sure in ourselves. Thank you for pushing us critically, teaching us that every patient is different, and reminding us that being a great clinician isn't just about knowing the right exercise. It's about treating the person in front of you. To our family and friends, and everyone who supported us, you probably deserve this as much as we do. Thank you for listening to us ramble about patience, pretending to understand why we're excited about a good gait pattern, and putting up with our disappearing acts whenever exams rolled around. Your encouragement meant more to us than you know. Clinical rotations taught us that physical therapy isn't just about strengthening muscles or improving range of motion. It's about helping someone walk again after they thought they never would. It's about celebrating the little victories, a first step, a little less pain, or simply giving someone hope on a difficult day. As we leave here and begin our careers, I hope we never lose excitement that brought us into this position. I hope we continue to ask questions, learning from our patients, and remembering that sometimes the smallest act of kindness can make a big difference. So here's to all of us. May our documentation be accepted on our first try. May our gait belts never disappear. May our patients always wear appropriate shoes, and may we never hear the words, "You all are being complacent," again.
Thank you so much, Miss Summer, for that wonderful speech. I like that. All right. So now, class of 2026, I invite you all to stand up as we tell the public our promise to give the best healthcare that they deserve. So we are now going to recite the physical therapy model pledge. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. As a physical therapist assistant, repeat after me. Okay. Louder. Okay. Dedicated to providing the highest quality care and services, I solemnly pledge I will respect the rights and dignity of all individuals who seek my services or with whom I work. Act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my services. Exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements. Demonstrate integrity during interactions with colleagues, other healthcare providers, students, faculty, researchers, the public, and payers for the enhancement of patient care and the advancement of the profession. Enhance my practice through lifelong acquisition and application of knowledge, skills, and professional behavior. Participate in efforts to meet physical therapy and healthcare needs of local, national, and global communities. Thus, with this oath, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the physical therapy profession. Congratulations, everybody. You can now have a seat. All right. That ends our ceremony for today. Thank you very much to everybody who is. Oh, that's it. Oh, do we have anything else? I think we're done. Oh, hold on a second. We. Sorry, I forgot. My bad. Okay, so we cannot forget her. Okay. So I will have to turn you over again to Miss Julie Turner, the clinical education coordinator, who pretty much handled the students throughout their technical courses here, and she has been a very important role to these students. Miss Julie, come on over and take.
I really don't have much to add. I would like to acknowledge that with us today is our incoming cohort, if each of you want to stand up. This will hopefully be you next year. That's the goal. And we like to do that so that this incoming group can see where they are going to end up next year. Okay, 12 months to look forward to. Thank you, guys. But today we celebrate the class of 2026. Today we consider all the ups and downs, the highs and lows that this group of 9 students have endured. Today we acknowledge the hard work, the late nights, the anxiety-ridden moments, the shared laughs, the hidden tears, the embarrassing moments, and apparently a list of momentous quotes. Today, we are thankful for the supportive family, for the extra encouragement, and for the drive that allowed you to never give up. Tomorrow, there will be more successes, and tomorrow, you will become the leaders of this great profession. Congratulations, class of 2026.
All right, that's it. This is for real now. Okay. Congratulations again, everybody. And thank you to the families and friends. And then, of course, to the incoming cohort of 2027. Welcome to the physical therapy family. And with that, thank you very much and have a good day. Have a blessed day, everybody.